Hey there, it's me, Quashar from Quashar Detroit Publishing. Today is Tuesday. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about how long, hey Kendra, should your book be? Hope all is well. Hey Andrian, hey Ethnicity. Thanks so much for joining me. Okay, so we're going to talk, first of all, Andrea and I enjoyed your live tonight. Hey, Night Rider, ATL. I enjoyed your live, Adrian. Okay, so we're going to talk about how long should your book be. So this is it's a personal question because it just depends on what route you're going. But for the most part, I'm talking about self-publishing because that's what I'm doing, self-publishing. So when you self-publish, you control everything. So it's up to you how long your book will be. But to me, I don't know, it just seems better if you have 10 chapters to me. I don't even know where I got that from. I could have gotten it from a Writers Academy that I did with Stephanie Rodnett. She has a Godlywood Girls Writers Academy. I believe she has 10 chapters in her academy, but I just think 10 chapters make sense to me. And I Googled how many chapters should your book be. And I Googled for a nonfiction book and for a fiction book. And of course, with the information that's on the internet, is going to gear towards a higher number of word count of 50,000. But my book was nowhere near 50,000. My book was about between 16 to 17,000. So it's up to you because you are in control. This is your bus. You're driving this bus. So it just depends. My main thing is it depends on what the goal of the book is. If the book is just an informational book, just like a short ebook, you can do about 2 to 3 chapters if it's just an informational book. But if this is a book that you've done like extensive research, then those books will tend to have, more word counts and more chapters. So it's really up to you. It is up to you. So this is the thing, this is the rule of thumb. As long as you are accomplishing your goal, because you could just be doing just an informational ebook. It could be 1 chapter. So it could be, an introduction, free ebook. It could be 1 chapter or 2 chapters. And you can easily get chapter 1, introduction, and chapter 2, what you're talking about, as long as you resolve the issue. If you resolve the issue that you presented, then that's the main thing. But then you want to tie it up. You want to do a conclusion as well. So let me just give you a method for 10 chapters. This may help you out a little bit. So as far as the 10 chapter method, okay. So this is if you're doing like a nonfiction book. So the first chapter, you can introduce yourself and you can introduce why you're an expert regarding this one topic. Okay, so that's chapter 1. Chapter 2, you can define what the problem is and kind of tease the solution. So like, for instance, you can address the target audience. So if you're writing a book and say your target audience is people that like to cook, okay? But they're short on time and they just need quick meals, okay? So that's your target audience. And just think about what are the pain points of this target audience, which is your customer avatar. What are the pain points? They want to find quick meals, inexpensive and easy, to make. So you're going to talk to them and kind of, make sure you get in their emotions. You want to emotionally draw them in and give them a solution and just address whatever their pain points are. Okay, so that's chapter 2. Chapter 1 is the introduction. You're introducing yourself, introducing your topic, and you're talking about why you're an expert to talk about this topic. Chapter 2, you're defining the problem and you're teasing the solution. You're going to address I'm looking at my notes over here. You're going to address the target audience and address their emotions and their mindset. How are they feeling? Okay. They may be feeling overwhelmed because they had a long day. They just want to, get in the kitchen, fix something quick, something that's going to be nutritious and good for their family. And so you're going to, address all those issues to emotionally draw them in. And number two, before you start writing, of course, you're going to start with an outline. So you're going to use your outline and you're going to ask 6 questions that deal with your topic and make sure that within the 6 questions, you are addressing the solution. So you're going to be creative and try to find a new spin. So those 6 questions that you ask could be 6 chapters. Okay. So again, you got chapter 1 where you're introducing yourself and you're talking about why you're an expert on that topic. Chapter 2, you're defining the problem and you're going to tease the solution. Maybe it's just like a hypothesis. Maybe you're going to say, maybe this will help, with your problem. Chapters 3 through 9, you're going to be asking questions. Okay, so these questions are going to be specific questions to that topic. So say if we're talking about quick, easy meals, one chapter, what stores are good to find those meals? When you go into the stores, you could think about easy ways to get the groceries. Maybe you have a checklist for groceries. And then you're going to think about what meals do your family like? That could be another chapter. How long are the chapters generally? See, this is the thing. It's not a rule of thumb. You can make up how long you want your chapters to be. For instance, your chapters can be 2,000 words or 3,000 words, or it could be 1,000. It's up to you. This is the thing. As long as you are solving the problem that you present, that's it. As long as you are solving the problem and you're giving information. So let me just give you this, finish giving you this breakdown. Okay, so chapter 1 is introducing yourself, introducing why you're an expert for the topic. Chapter 2, addressing your target audience. You're going to define the problem and pull them in emotionally. And then ask 6 questions. That's chapter 3 through 9. Ask 6 questions. Those 6 questions that you ask could be a chapter. And so they could be, so this is the thing. As long as when you introduce your chapter, you have a complete thought. So that can be 500 words, it could be 1,000 words, it could be 2,000, just depending, as long as you get a clear, concise answer. That's what it is. It's not, okay. So say for instance, if you had a book with 50,000 words, okay? I know that's a lot, but just say for instance, 50,000 words. Okay, so you divide that into 10 chapters and that's 5,000 words per chapter. Okay, so just think about if you did a book that had, this is the thing. I'm not really big on words for the chapter. My thing is, as long as you bring up a topic and you address it, you have a complete thought that is addressed, then you're good. So, again, you have that first chapter, introducing the topic, introducing yourself, then defining the problem, and then you're going to tap into the emotions of your reader, and then ask those 6 questions. Those 6 questions can be 6 chapters. You address the question, answer the question within the chapters, and throughout all these questions that you're asking, you're solving the solution. Make sure that you're solving the solution that you presented in the first place. And then chapter 10, so that's 1, 2, and then the next thing is after you addressed all those questions, then you're going to have a conclusion to sum up your book. That could be chapter 9, a conclusion to sum up your book. Talk about the problem and how your solution is a great answer. So you're going to review everything that you talked about in the previous chapters. So it's just like a summary. And then the last chapter, chapter 10, is a call to action. You can provide a virtual handout by inserting a bit.ly link in there to give them a worksheet to help them further answer more questions about this topic, or it could be some kind of worksheet to, make the solution simple. You can also make an intro to your next book at the end of the book. So those are some quick ways that you can Get 10 chapters. Again, chapter 1, introduce yourself and introduce why you're an expert on this topic. Chapter 2, define the problem and tease the solution. Chapter 3 through 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Chapter 3 through 8, you can ask a question about this topic and offer a solution to the problem. So whatever the question is, you answer the question throughout that chapter. And chapter 9, conclusion, you're summing up everything that you talked about in the book. And chapter 10, a call to action. You can provide a virtual handout by inserting a bit.ly link into your chapter. You can also intro your next your next book. Just do an introduction for your next book. And you can also make sure that you tell them how to contact you. Okay, so that's like 10 chapters, and it doesn't have to be, that long. It just depends, as long as you answer the question that you presented. Okay, so Andrea, and I don't know if you're still on or not, but did I answer your question? So this is the thing. If you're self-publishing, you're in control. So you determine how long your chapter is going to be. But I mean, I would at least, if you're just doing like a lead magnet, then that could be like a short book. You can do 1 or 2 chapters with that, or you can do 3 or 4 chapters, just depending on, this is the thing, just solving the solution, solving the problem that you're presenting in the book. As long as you do that, then that's up to you how long the book can be. Because I've seen some books that have like 5 chapters, but then they're only maybe like 500-600 words per chapter. It's just, it's up to you, because you are the creator and you're, publishing this. It's just up to you. But the main thing is to make sure that you are solving the problem that you present. As long as you're doing that, then you're good to go. So, that's basically it. I just wanted to talk about how long should your book be. When I looked it up online, it said that most novels are 10 to 12 chapters, and most nonfiction books are about 10 chapters. So, it's really up to the author. Okay. So that was quick, sweet, and to the point. Tomorrow, I will be talking about should you self-publish or should you try to go the traditional route? That's what I'll be talking about tomorrow. And I'll be coming on about 10 o'clock and talking about self-publishing versus traditional publishing. And then on Thursday, we're going to talk about relaunching your book. Maybe you have launched a book in the past and you didn't really get a lot of sales, and so you want to think of new ways to bring new life to an old title. So just kind of revamping an old book. We're going to talk about that on Thursday. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Trying to pin this comment. I don't know if it's too late for me to pin it now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live. If you have any questions, send me a direct message. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. All right. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Peace out.